Hey, what up, YouTube? It's Biggie 2911 coming at you with a um, Pirates Day at the Ballpark video. As you can tell, right there and right here, I'm wearing some of my Pirates swag from my awesome day I had on Tuesday. I thought I'd do a video, kind of give you the rundown of what happened, what went down. It was an amazing day. Uh, got there and they took us into um, you know what, YouTube? I'm gonna do this. That's how I look without my glasses for right now. That's annoying me. But they took us into the visitors locker room and the clubhouse. We weren't allowed in the home clubhouse. MLB prohibits that because of performance enhancing drugs. They said they'd have to test us. And of course, I said, well, give me the cup. I'm cool. Look at the size of me. I ain't taking no performance enhancing drugs, that's for sure. But they don't want anybody planning anything and all that. So, visitors clubhouse, amazing, awesome. We had our own lockers. We had our own nameplates up there, and when we came in, they had the hat, the shirt, and a bunch of other swag, which I'll kind of show in a minute here, waiting for us in the locker. Um, we went and got to take pictures around. Uh, the pirate parrot came, came in, took pictures with everybody, and then Mr. Kenta Colvey, from the pitcher from the '70s. Those who don't know, pitched for the Pirates, pitched in the World Series for the Pirates in '79, I believe it was, and then also pitched for the Phillies and was a Phillies broadcaster. What up, big dog? And now he's back as a scout for the Pirates and working with the Root Sports Network. So he came and kind of introduced himself to everybody and um, welcomed us all. There's about 25 of us total. Got a group picture taken in the locker room with Mr. Takovi and the parrot and everything. And we then got split into two groups. Half the group went on the first half went on the tour of PNC Park. My group went had batting practice in the visitors clubhouse, and I've posted all the videos. My buddy's got one video that I'll try to get to him and put up. But um, we had batting practice, and they said take a look at the bats and check them out. They're ex-Pirate players, and looking through, the two that jumped out at me were Andy LaRoe, I believe it was Andy or Adam, one of the two, um, and Jose Bautista. And so I knew right away which bat I had to use. I figure Home Run King would be good. Um, I have not swung a bat in 5 years because of my back injury. So my first video of me warming up I was terrified of getting hurt. But then I felt comfortable and so but then of course by my second time up, the guy that was throwing BP was getting a little tired and he was throwing some like wicked inside stuff. So all those misses are actually like nicking the ball. I said being a Red Sox fan, it's like being a Red Sox player, fouling everything off and everything. So the umpire would have had a field day with me. But I got a couple good shots in, and my boy Dave just crushes it. Like, he's good at everything. So he's kind of a punk that way. But yeah, he was the first one up, got the fresh BP, and he went to town. Um, Go ahead, come on down. Christine, come on down. So that's my sister coming back down the stairs. Uh, but then we went, and after BP, Mr. DeColvey left. Didn't know while we were taking BP, and signed a bunch of stuff for us before he left. So I didn't get a chance to get my ball signed like I wanted, but um, that's all right. Went on the tour of the park after BP. Went uh, out through the visitors dugout, which you see that in the movies when they're coming out onto the dugout and you see the field for the first time, and that was amazing. Um, they let us each run the bases. They had a photographer there to get a picture of us at home plate. We weren't allowed to touch the grass, but so I don't know if it's spongy, but we ran the bases. It was a great deal. Um, yeah, and I just kind of had a personal moment at that time. If you seen, a lot of you have seen the video and commented, and I appreciate that a lot. It wasn't just not getting winded; it was also I wasn't hurting from it, and my back's been a major thorn to me. So to be able to do that was a huge bucket list thing, and I appreciate all the support for it. I used to run around a lot before I hurt myself. I was the fastest fat guy you ever met. So, um, but so yeah, we went and continued the tour. We went to the press room where they do the conferences. It wasn't set up for a press conference, unfortunately, because they were having a meeting later on. Um, but got some pictures in there. Then went into the Lexus Club, which is their exclusive restaurant. An amazing place. If there wasn't security walking around, I'd have been tempted with some of the memorabilia in there, um, for sure. Definitely someplace I'm not going to be able to get into. Just can't afford it, obviously. So from there, we went up to the press room. Amazing view. And it's one of the highest press rooms in baseball, and the press actually complain about it sometimes. But it's just gorgeous with the city, and you can kind of tell why PNC Park is voted one of the best ballparks in the country, because it's just unbelievable. So then we went into the Root Sports booth, um, and Mr. Dan Potash was there. He's kind of like the on-field reporter for Root Sports Pittsburgh. Um, we got the rundown of what kind of goes on in there and everything, and got our picture taken with the Root Sports mic and sitting where Steve Lassner would sit. And they're going to be mailing me all those pictures in the future, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, and then just kind of saw a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Went back. They had a huge spread out for everybody for lunch. Dan Potash came down, had lunch with us. Did some trivia, gave away some autograph memorabilia, some tickets, some Root Sports stuff. I need to be a little more hardcore on my pirate trivia. What up, Bounty? I'm sure you'd have crushed it. got something good. But a lot of little kids were there, so it was really cool to see them win. Um, and so that was good. Like, that was one time where I was not heartbroken about not getting an autograph, because these kids are going to remember it a lot longer than I will, and you know be just a huge part of their childhood. So it was awesome. So yeah, and then just kind of said thank you to everybody, and it was short. It wasn't a huge long day. It was only about 2.5 hours, but it was a great 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna put the glasses back on. I apologize, but I gotta see. So, but yeah, as far as some of the swag we um, got the Root Sports Go Bucks foam finger. It's gonna be a long video, guys. I'll try to keep it as short as possible, but yeah, if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Had the let's see if I can get the wording on here. Oh, might have to have it on the right side. The Root Sports grocery bag. Please recycle. Inside we had like tattoos, um, business card, Root Sports keychain. There. Here was nameplate from my locker. So that's getting laminated and framed with some of the pictures. And then, of course, the stuff I know most of you care about. We got this was Dan Potash, and in the locker room they gave us a Root Sports ball, so had him sign it. Local guy, right now working for the Pirates for the last like 10 years, so he wrote Go Bucks. But even if you're not a Pirates fan, you never know. MLB Network, ESPN, whatever, those guys move on all the time. Anyways, he's a really nice guy. So, and then what was signed? Mr. Kenta Colvey decided on there, and I love the there we go, old school Pirates uh, uniforms. God, weren't the uniforms in the '70s just hideous? But it could have been worse. It could have been the Astros. But as a kid, if you were a kid in Western Pennsylvania in the '80s and '90s, you had the hat. You let's see if I get the finger there. Whoop, there it is. You had the hat. Everybody did. It was awful, but everybody loved the painter's cap. Yeah. So yeah, he signed that for us. I grabbed a couple. There was a bunch of stacks. So um, yeah. So but there, before anybody asks, actually, these are in mind for some certain people. So be on the lookout. You'll probably know who you are. Um, but I'll have it go out because I can't afford to send just because it's guys. Um, I can't even afford stamps hardly. I'm lucky if maybe once a month I can get a book of stamps to get stuff sent out. Very tight budget, guys. So I just wanted to send a thank you to a couple guys that have been really great to me on here and just share my experience. So yeah. And if you guys are interested, I have the photos from everything on my Facebook page, Biggie2911, Facebook.com/Biggie2911. If you put in a friend request, put your YouTube name so I know who you are. Um, and there may be some guys. Don't take it personal if I don't accept. That maybe I haven't known you as much or haven't talked to you as much. So I may like put it on hold a little bit just because there's personal stuff on that Facebook that I don't want just anybody to know. So, but yeah, anybody. But I am pretty open, so I probably accept most people. So yeah, if you want to check that out, go ahead there. It's probably the longest video I've done outside of a PC video. So, but thanks much for everybody that gave great words of support on my videos. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. Up there. Um, it's just fun. So I want to give a big, 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 big thank you to the Root Sports people and the employees at PNC Park and the Pirates organization. Those guys, a lot of them came in on what should have been a day off, I believe, um, and really treated us like $1,000,000. It was all about us, all about appreciation, and they were amazing. So thank you, Root Sports. Thank you, Pirates. Thank you, PNC Park. Guys, if you can give any type of support to them, you know, whatever. If you're even a lay Pirates fan or just support them, it's great. So, all right, YouTube. Um, that was my experience. And yeah, I'll try to have some videos up later of some of the stuff I got last couple days. And so, all right, YouTube. As the wife says, suck less. As I say, do more. Go Red Sox in the AL, and go Bucks in the National League. Can you say Cinderella? Yeah. Peace, YouTube.